So today when I was packing all my, I look really freaking tired, and it's okay. It's Saturday, I'm exhausted and I'm stressed out, so this is what you get. Anyway, while I was cleaning up my, like, we have a desk in our living room, and I was taking all the stuff out of the desk and throwing stuff out that we don't need and packing the stuff that we do, I found a selfie stick. I think that's what it is. Well, I'm gonna try it so then I don't have to hold the camera so close to my face all the time. And I think I'm gonna try and put it somewhere in the kitchen so that when I'm cooking or whatever, I can film without having to worry that you guys are gonna fall down. Anyway, happy Saturday. I'm gonna start filming tomorrow for a vlog because I didn't film anything on Friday. I just didn't feel like it, so. Anyway, happy Saturday. Killer. Hi, good boy. Ready? Come on. Come on. Good boy. Yes, a good boy. Hi. So I set up my camera in a new, like, on a tripod, but it's not like a tripod. It's like a, can't explain it, but it clips onto my cabinets. Actually, I think it's falling off. Okay. Oops. So I can sit here and cook while I'm talking to you guys. And then if you guys want to see what I'm cooking, I can do it a different way. Another time, or I could just go like this. Watch this. See, like I can just like show you what I'm doing. Oh, that's a good idea. I can even like, yeah, so you guys can see what I'm doing. That's amazing. So right now I'm gonna cut up a bunch of cabbage because I have a bunch of cabbage that I need to use. So I'm going to cut up some cabbage. I also need to cut up a bunch of tomatoes. I'm gonna cut up some tomatoes for, I need to dice some tomatoes for tacos. I need to dice some tomatoes for salsa. And I need to dice some tomatoes for some pasta dish I'm gonna make tonight. So we're gonna be dicing lots of tomatoes. I put on makeup today, just to put it on. I have been watching Reign. It's R-E-I-G-N, like Queen and King's Reign. Anyway, so that's what I've been watching lately on Netflix. I've watched it before. It's one of those shows that I can like watch over and over again every few years. I like my knives super, super sharp, like super sharp. If they're not super sharp, I don't want to use it. So I was buying new knives and I needed sharpeners, and every single time I would get a sharpener, even with this knife block that I have, it came with a sharpener, but I don't think it sharpens your knives. I feel like it just doesn't work. So I bought this one. My husband this morning was going out to the store and he turned on our truck to warm it up. My truck, as I'm holding a knife, to warm up the truck. And he goes back outside to get in it, and it died. Wonderful. Our truck is broken, which is not a surprise. Our trucks break all the time. He's outside fixing it. I heard it start, so. Babe? I heard it start, so I'm sure he's got it going good. I was all excited about filming, and then my husband says, we need a new truck. I'm like, oh, no. We still haven't heard anything about like staying here. But my husband's gonna be dealing with everything through the husband, so I don't have to answer or say anything, which is nice, because I could get that off of my, plate. And You know, I started putting things together about what was going on. This stuff has been going on with this place for almost 2 years, okay? Maybe a little longer. No, not a little longer. Maybe a little shorter. So I always paid the rent through my bank account. My husband and I have different bank accounts. Not that it matters. They're like for no other reason, but that's just how we've always done it. I use my husband's account all the time, guys. So, plus I get paid from YouTube and that goes into my bank account. You have to have your own bank account. So anyway, one day, and I remember this clearly because it freaked me out. Like it scared me because I didn't know what would have been wrong. So I get a call from my landlord and she's like, Abby, your check bounced. And I was like, my check bounced? Like, why would my check bounce? So I went into panic mode because I was like, oh, how do I not have money in my bank account? Like, that doesn't make any sense. There's no money in my bank account, or at least enough to cover the check. Like, what? So I called my bank. I told the lady, I was like, I'll call you back and let you know what's going on, and I'll call you back. So I called my bank. My bank was like, it doesn't even show that a check went through. There's no reason why a check wouldn't have gone through. There's plenty of money in there. There's not plenty of money in there, but there's enough to cover the check, but it doesn't show that a check went through. And I was like, that is so weird. So I call her back and I'm like, they said that there's nothing wrong with my bank account and like that a check didn't even go through. And she goes, well, that's weird because it bounced, but you can come pick up, I'll rip up your check and you can come pick it up and drop me off cash. And I didn't so if our rent is late after the 5th, we pay $195. Doesn't matter if it's 12 o'clock on the 6th, we still pay $195. I was like, I am not paying that late fee. So I went and I got cash that day. So if there wasn't enough money in my bank account, I wouldn't have be able to get the cash, right? Like, that's just how it works. If you don't have enough money in your account to cover a check, then you can't get that amount out of your bank. You can't. So I went, I got the cash, and then that was that. Next month, I get another phone call, and she says, Abby, they're not accepting your check at the bank. I'm like, what do you mean they're not accepting the check? She's like, I don't know. They wouldn't even accept it. And I'm like, they wouldn't accept the check? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, how weird is that? Call my bank again. They're like, I'm like, they're saying that they're not accepting my check from the bank that she put it in. Can you check my account, see if there's anything wrong with it? My bank says there's nothing wrong with your bank account. Your bank account's fine. And it doesn't even show that a check had been tried to be put through. I'm like, that is so weird. But I'm not going to fight her. I'm not going to fight the landlord on it because she's saying there's something wrong with my check. Then of course, why would she lie about it? This happened 3 other times. Every month, your check won't go through. They won't accept it. They won't accept it. Each time I called the bank, and each time the bank said, there's nothing wrong with your account. It's not. And so one time I called the bank and I'm like, can you check my whole entire account? Like, does this bank have the bank that she's trying to put the check through? Is there something, do they have some sort of flag on me? They can't use my checks. It started freaking me out. I started getting panicky and paranoid. Something's wrong with my checks. There's something wrong with it. So there was nothing wrong with my account. The bank always said, there's nothing wrong with your account. It doesn't show anything. I'm like, okay. She then told me, she's like, all right, from now on, you need to pay cash for your rent. You have to pay cash because this has happened too many times. I'm not taking checks from you anymore. And because I am who I am, I just accepted it. She always made me nervous, that kind of thing. So I just accepted it. And I was like, okay, fine. Then I'll only pay cash. So every month I'd be like, Matt, go get cash for the rent. And he'd be like, I'm not paying cash. I'm like, go get it, or we're going to be late and we're going to have to pay $200. Go get it. So, but I always ended up paying cash, and Matt was pissed off. Finally, after a while, Matt was like, you are not paying cash. I paid cash for months, guys, months. And was like, make sure you get receipts or do a money order, because if you don't, she can say you're not paying it. So After months of this, my husband was like, I'm not paying cash anymore. I'm not doing it. This is ridiculous. There's no reason why you have to pay cash. Like, I am not paying cash anymore. So he was like, just pay it with my bank account. And then that way she can't say it's your bank account that's giving an issue. So I drop off a check from Matt's account. And she sends me a text message and she says, Abby, you're supposed to be paying cash every month, not a check. Which, even if your check did bounce every month, which mine didn't, but even if it did bounce every month, they can't refuse to take your rent money like a certain way. You can pay your rent however you want, but because she is who she is, and I've just like bowed down to her because she made me nervous, I listened to her. So I paid her the cash. I mean, I paid her the check that one time, and she sends me a text message. She said, Abby, it's supposed to be cash every month. And I wrote her back. Well, I showed Matt the text message, and he was like, no, it's not, no, she can take the check. So I wrote her back and I said, Matt said he's not paying cash anymore. And because the check is from his account, there shouldn't be any issue. If you have an issue with it, please contact Matt. And she never contacted him. Never. She never contacted him. And she never said anything after that. The checks were fine every month. So for months, she's putting cash in her pocket. She's been planning this for a while. Planning like leaving for a while, not us being evicted. Sketchy, right? The whole thing is sketchy. But anyway, we still haven't heard anything about our situation. It is stressful, like just kind of like hanging in the balance. Like, what are we supposed to do? I did spend this past weekend yesterday I emptied out the desk that was in my living room. We have an antique. It's been in my family for forever. I cleaned that out. I took everything out of that desk and like threw out the stuff that we don't use, and then stuff that I wanted to keep. There's a lot of arts and crafts, a lot of kids' old projects in there, that kind of thing. So I went through that, emptied that, and then tomorrow I'm gonna start on the closets, because I don't want to just like wait. And what if like we hear in a day or two like, no, you gotta leave, and I don't want to just like not be doing anything. And if we do have more time or we don't have to leave, and I've cleaned out a lot of stuff. So I'm cutting the tomatoes now. I'm gonna cut the tomatoes for the pasta first, and then I'll put like olive oil and some vinegar on them and let them, not vinegar, olive oil and some seasonings on them and let them like kind of marinate for a while. And then I'll cut up the ones for the salsa and the tacos. Yum. Both of my kids are in their rooms. It is 12:20 on Sunday. I'm gonna put the baby bunny in his pen for a little bit. Every day around 12:45, 1 o'clock, he comes out of his pen and he runs around the house until he comes out of his pen around 8 every morning, and then he runs around the house until about 1. And then he gets a snack. He gets a snack time around 1 o'clock, and he goes in his pen for a little while, and then later on we let him run around. Oscar's usually back in his pen because each of them are in my kids' room. So Oscar's in Scarlett's room and Scatter's in Dahlia's room. And they both are in their pens at night. And they're big pens. They're like nice big pens, so they can still hop around, and they have plenty of room to be in their pens. Like it's not like a cage. But the baby bunny was trying to jump out. And so I got another like gate, and I put it on top of the one gate, so it looks like a huge bird cage. Like it's super high. It's like, I think it comes to like right here on me. And he was still climbing out. He was like an escape artist. So we had to start putting a fitted sheet over the top so he couldn't get out. And it's not that we don't want him out. The fact is that I don't want him sneaking out at night. So So while we're all sleeping, the baby bunny comes sneaking out. Oh my God, guys, listen to this. So last night, my husband and I are watching TV in our room, and we start hearing that noise up in the attic. And it's the same noise that I heard in the front room that I showed you guys. And I'm like, babe, what is that? And he's like, I have no idea. He's like, it's some type of animal. And it kept on making that noise. He's like, it sounds like he's chewing on wires. So he's like, let's see. So he turns on the light in our bedroom to see if it like would stop. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, he's not going to get electrocuted. So it didn't stop. So then Matt started like banging on the ceiling. Both the kids came running out of the rooms not knowing what was going on. Started banging on the ceiling, and it finally stopped. It did. It finally stopped, but it was so annoying. I wonder what's in. Matt thinks it's a squirrel, or at least a few squirrels, because that's how much noise it is. It's like they're building. It's like they're building something in the walls. That's what it sounds like. I'm going to have them go up in the attic and check it out today. I wonder what it is. But like, I don't want to like let them keep damaging the house, and then we get the call and he's like, nope, don't worry about it. You have time to find a place. And meanwhile, I let this animal damage the house. Oh, some people were like, can you ask them to like buy it? And I'm like, no, we don't want to buy this house. We don't mind renting the house, but we don't want to buy the house. When we first moved in here, first of all, we did a lot of work to the house. There's a lot of water damage. And also when we first moved in, when my daughter would go to school and the sun would warm up her bedroom, there would be thousands. And I mean, I remember like going in there and freaking out so badly because I didn't know what they were. I had no idea what they were. Like tiny, like flying bugs in there. And I'm like, what the hell? The room would warm up and then all of a sudden these things would just come out. They were everywhere. And, it ended up being termites. There was termites, termite damage everywhere, and termites everywhere in the house. So it's a house with a ton of termite damage. We don't want to buy a house with termite damage. We don't mind staying here, but buying it, no, no way. My husband wants to buy land. He was showing me like how you can buy, well, you can buy land and then you lay concrete down and then you just put a big slab. You put concrete down and then you put a big house there, or a barn. He's like, and you can make the barn whatever you want. And I'm like, please don't make me move into a barn. I don't want to move into a barn. But like at the same time, my husband's so good at like building that like, give him an empty building, give him an empty barn, and he'll build a beautiful house out of it. Maybe in 10 years, but he would do it. He'd build it. I don't know, made me laugh. My ears are burning. Someone's talking about me. Oop, they're red. Could be these. I decided to put earrings in today. I should take them out. I think I got these in like FabFitFun. They're fake as could be. It's probably what it was. It's definitely not sterling silver. All right. I don't want this vlog to be too long, but I didn't want to like not vlog and not have something up for tomorrow because I enjoy vlogging. It's been fun. Oh, I want you guys to check out this channel. Her name is Tattooed Mama. Her name is Katie, but she goes by Tattooed Mama for her channel. And she does beauty related videos, some lifestyle videos. She did what I eat in a day video. Anyway, I love her content and I love her. She's just so sweet and so cute and just adorable. So if you haven't checked out her channel, because I've talked about her before, I have brought Katie up before. If you haven't checked her out, check her out. You'll love her channel. She's got a little kid named Hunter, and she's just adorable and sweet and kind, you know, all the stuff you love in a person and want in a friend. That is Tattooed Mama. I'm deseeding the tomatoes. Does anyone deseed their tomatoes for salsa or for tacos. I never was a huge tomato eater, but I definitely didn't like the slime of the tomatoes. Like, they really bothered me. So now I always take them out. Did I tell you guys I'm watching Rain again? Yeah, I'm watching Rain again. I don't know why. It's like, every few years I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch it again. I just apparently really like that show. The main character is freaking beautiful. She's so beautiful. I wonder what she's up to now, or if she's been in other movies or shows. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. I don't even know what her real name is. But she's Queen of France. No, she's Queen of Scotland. All right, my loves, I'm gonna get going. I'll pop back on in a little bit. We've already had quite the day and it's only 12:27. So send me some good vibes so we hear something good soon. Oh, and I talked to my mom all weekend too. I got some weird messages on Instagram this weekend. They were really weird, kind of scary. I blocked like 5 accounts and they kept coming back. It was just really weird, so gross. But yeah, quite the weekend. Goodbye. I just got a package. I put a towel on my window because the light was bothering me. I just got a package. And I'm super excited about it. Look how messy my house is. This is what packing does to you. I'm gonna open it, see what we have. I think I've told you guys about these before. I love, love, love this candle company. All right, let me turn you around. So it was buy 3, get 3 free. So I bought 6 and got 6 free. All right. We have Soft Linen Breeze. I've never smelled this one. Ooh, that smells lovely. Storm Front. Ooh, that smells a little musky. Twilight Forest. Oh, that's pretty. Musky. Musky. Oh, that smells good. This one's Welcome, Warm and Welcome. This one's really good. This kind of smells like hot cocoa. Delicious. Pink Sugar Cookie. Ooh, that smells sweet. A little bit coconutty. Love to Cuddle. Oh my goodness, look at those kitties. This one smells sweet and musky. Marshmallow Sugar. It smells like creamy sugar. This smells fantastic. Apple's my favorite. It's just my favorite scent. Watermelon Bubblegum. Ooh, I forgot which ones I got. Oh, you guys, this smells amazing. This one, oh, it smells so good. It smells just like watermelon and just like bubblegum. Oh, Melon Picnic. These are their new spring scents. Most of them are. Ooh, that smells good. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the watermelon bubblegum, but I mean, they're both melon, so, oh gosh. So lovely. Cotton Vanilla Breeze. Smells good. It's not my favorite. It doesn't really have much of a scent, but maybe it will be different when I burn it and it's not cold. You know, sometimes when candles are cold, you can't really smell the scent, so I'll go back and smell that later. I'll use that box to pack all of my glasses. And Dahlia is talking to a video game. She is not talking to her sister or anybody in this house, because if I heard Dahlia call someone in this house dumb, she'd be in big trouble. No one is dumb in my house. No. It's really beautiful out today. It's almost 50 degrees out. I worked so hard on this yard. Done outside. I made sweet potato fries today. They were so good. And I made this sweet potato dip. It's brown sugar. It's a 1/4 cup heavy cream, 5 tablespoons, okay, let's do this. It's 5 tablespoons butter, salted butter, and you start melting it on the stove. And then you add in a 1/4 cup heavy cream, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and then 5 tablespoons brown sugar. And you mix it all together. You get it real hot. And then you dip your sweet potato fries in it. And it is so good. It's such a good sweet snack. I don't know if I told you guys, I hope you had a good weekend, but I hope you did. I'm probably gonna end this vlog here. I thought I was gonna be cooking a little bit today, but I'm getting a cold. My husband gave it to me. So probably just sit and relax.